Hi, welcome to Telematics Australia. This video is about ROI calculations relating to telematics systems. So we explain the financial benefits of telematics systems and also how to do an ROI calculation so you can decide if the purchase of a telematics system will be right for you and your company. So in this presentation, we're going to talk about ROI calculations and the financial benefits of telematics systems. Telematics systems help Australian fleet managers with various things such as cost control, risk management, and revenue growth. It's very difficult to measure or even project the financial benefit of telematics systems to risk management or to revenue growth. So when we do ROI calculations, we typically focus on cost control. We can divide cost control into three categories. There's fuel savings, and then there's labour savings, and then lastly there's tax rebates available from the fuel tax credit system. So let's start with fuel savings. Telematics systems can help reduce fuel costs in these ways. For reduced fuel wastage, trucks use around 6 to 7% of their fuel when idling. Telematics systems can monitor the amount of time spent idling, and you can generate idling reports from a telematics system, and then, for example, set up driver league tables who can do the least idling, maybe have small prizes and so on, to set up some kind of a feeling of competition. Another way that fuel savings can come from telematics systems is by route optimizations. So this typically applies to delivery vehicles and that type of an environment where you have trucks or delivery vans stopping in a large number of locations in one day. If that route is planned as effectively as possible, of course there's fuel savings associated with that. Another way that telematics systems can help is the intelligent access programs. So the Australian government have a system where for example, trucks that are normally banned from a particular road because they're overweight can go on that road if they can prove that they're underweight. So maybe they've got to be under 30 tonnes gross or whatever. The telematics system can monitor when the truck is under 30 tonnes, and then when they are, they can use the otherwise banned roads and therefore travel less distance, hence leading to fuel savings. The last way in which we can expect fuel savings from telematics systems is via geofencing. So geofencing enables vehicle owners to be notified when vehicles enter or leave a particular area, and it can be used to control unauthorized use of vehicles and therefore unauthorized use of fuel. So with all these things together, you can expect some significant savings on fuel by using a telematics system. This slide gives various numbers about how much fuel saving can be expected. You can see numbers ranging from 12 to 25% there. We suggest for your ROI calculations, maybe use a number of around 10%. It's quite conservative and definitely achievable for most people or for most organisations. So there's some calculations that we need to get done. There's the distance saved, the fuel saving, and the value of the fuel saving. I've put a calculator into the website that looks like this. If you scroll down the page, you will find it. So in this case, we have an expected distance saving of 10% for 50 vehicles, averaging this 3,000 kilometres a month, with a typical fuel efficiency of 6 kilometres a litre and a fuel price of $1.50. This leads to a fuel saving of $3,750 a month, so quite a nice number. Now let's move on to labour savings. Telematics systems can help in several ways. The first one is electronic work diary. So electronic work diary, the primary purpose is to ensure legal compliance to mandatory rest periods, but it also serves as a record of time worked. So you can cross-check the time worked from the electronic work diary with the time the driver claimed they worked through whatever system you use for that. And then if there's any discrepancies, you can follow up with the driver. So it becomes a method of cross-checking. And in some cases, it can help reduce the amount of labour claimed by your drivers. The other two, route optimization and intelligent access program, we covered just now under fuel saving. Same thing, if you can make the trucks or help your trucks do as little distance as possible. Of course, it saves fuel, but it also saves labor. So on this slide here, we can see that labor savings are expected to be in the range of 10 to 15%, according to these examples. I'd say be conservative, and for your ROI calculations, use a labor savings rate of, say, 5%. So we can use these formulas for total hours saved and the value of the hours saved. Again, there's a calculator in our website for this. So in this case, we have expected labor saving of 5% for 50 drivers working 150 hours a month with a loaded cost of $40 an hour. And this leads to a saving of 375 hours with a value of $15,000, so quite a huge number. Let me skip back. So, fuel tax credits. Fuel tax credits are covered in detail elsewhere in our website. I would expect that most people who are doing an ROI calculation will understand fuel tax credits already, so I don't want to go into that right now. But if you need more detail, please look on the fuel tax credit page on our website. We estimate that a conservative saving would be, say, 5%, or you would expect an additional 5% of fuel tax credit claims resulting from a telematics system, because you can monitor when the vehicles are used off-road, when they're used on-road, and therefore the claims that you make are more accurate. So very simple calculator for this one. If you claimed $50,000 last year and then saved an extra 5% or made an additional 5% claims this year, that would work out to be around an extra $200 a month in fuel tax credit claims. So here is the overall calculator. In this case, the first number here, the 18,958, comes from the total of the fuel savings, the labor savings, and the fuel tax credit claim increase. The initial cost of the fleet management system or the telematics system you can get from vendors, so you need to contact some vendors and find out the cost of their product. Let's estimate here $100,000 just for a number, and then an ongoing cost of the fleet management system of, say, $30 a vehicle, coming to $1,500 a month. Then the ROI calculator will calculate for you the months to break even. In this case, an amazing 5.7 months. The ROI after 1 year, after 3 years, and after 5 years. So if your numbers are as great as this, I guess then it's a no-brainer to go ahead with a purchase of a telematics system. So that's the end of this slideshow. Thanks for watching, and I'd suggest after watching this video that you scroll down our page on ROI calculations and fill in the calculator and see if this type of a system would be beneficial to you.